Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for mid-February 2024. Happy birthday, Pisces, if you are born in February, right? But let's see what is going on for you at this time, and that'll be that. So we're doing just a regular Celtic cross for this. You have you start off with the Eight of Pentacles. I definitely feel your mind is on work in the first place, so it doesn't really surprise me that you would show up with the Eight of Pentacles kind of like in your first position here. And I just kind of think that you're focusing on starting new things, building new things, working towards new ideas, bigger and better things in your life, stuff like that, right? I think that this is the challenge right here, this crocodile card. It's not really a challenge. I think it's more, I think that this is more about Pisces needing to realize that there's no one like you, Pisces, that, no one lives their life like a Pisces, right? So I think that is kind of like part of the problem here with the crocodile card, or there could be some differences in your life, or you're making changes in your life that people don't understand. This is a card of like preparation, and it's not necessarily a bad card in this deck. There are no like bad cards in this deck. This is a Wild Unknown Animal Oracle, and in this deck, she basically says that this is a card of gathering your energy, like putting a card of that says maybe people from the outside of the world, outside of you, see or look at you like you're not doing anything, or they look at you like you're being lazy, or they look at you like you're not accomplishing anything, but really you are preparing. And I feel like you have been in this energy of preparation and, preparing for something. You end with this Deer card, which is a card of birth and birthing something new. So clearly you are getting ready to birth something new into the world. Let's figure it out. Again, you have the Eight of Pentacles. This is material success on the horizon. It's like, though you don't see it yet, Pisces, I feel that your finances are going to be improving, or things are improving in your life financially, or things are going to be getting better for you financially. And so I feel there's a lot of just general improvements with the Eight of Pentacles. I also feel that you are, like, I'm hearing better investments as well, or the words that I'm getting, which is weird, but not like, I'm not talking, it could be investing your money, sure, but, I think that this is more talking about just anything that you give your time, effort, energy to. I think that they are, all of those things are better investments. Or maybe you've just learned where to put your energy. You have this panther in this past position here, and the panther kind of represents getting rid of like toxic energy, releasing things that are toxic, clearing, making space in your life as well. So a lot of you could be doing that. Your crossing energy is the Queen of Swords. This is what could be helping or hurting you. I always look at the crossing energy as both, really. And I think that maybe part of your challenge is not seeing things clearly, or just not being able to see the future, which is very unusual for Pisces. Normally Pisces can see the future, right? Normally Pisces does know like what's next, or where things are going, or whatever, but maybe it's been a little bit harder for you to see things clearly, or maybe you feel like you have bought into some illusions over the past few years, or kind of like have done some things that you wish you didn't do, or whatever the case may be. And I kind of feel like this is about seeing the learning process, and kind of like learning to be receptive is what I'm getting. That Deer card, I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure that in that deck she says that the Deer is also about being receptive, learning to receive energy, and there's something about that being important here. You have this Strength card. And so the Strength card kind of represents you being strong. I feel like you've developed a lot of mental strength. This is coming up in the area of what's on your mind. And so I think you've been very patient, but I also feel you've developed a lot of mental strength. I kind of feel like you've been waiting. It is almost as if you are saying to yourself, like, where are my rewards? I've been putting in all this work. I've been doing all these things that I need to do, but I'm not getting the rewards that I feel like I deserve, or I'm not getting the things that I think I am owed, right? And I do think you are owed things, right? You've clearly done the work, Eight of Pentacles. So, I think that you've been waiting. You've been developing, but I also think that there is something to your readings lately, your past few readings, where it's like the change has happened up here, but it's like you're not seeing it out here. And so why, right? I'm really surprised that the Hermit hasn't shown up at this reading, because I think that, yeah, you have changed, but now it's time to like put that change into the world. And I think I kind of always get around to that with you, Pisces, in your reading. Maybe I have never like expressed it in that way before. So it's almost like the change has happened, or you are thinking of these changes or new things or new ideas that you could be, new directions that you could be moving in your life and things like that. But, it's almost like it's a mental change, yes, but is it a, external change that other people can see? Not yet, is what I feel like saying. In the area of your foundation, you have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands, of course, can represent a passionate new beginning, and so it also represents out with the old, in with the new, and clearly you have or are releasing something in your life here, Pisces, and you're just ready to level up. I would say all your readings are level up readings, because it's quite simple. If we look at your astrology, I mean, I've said it before, I'll say it again, and like Pisces' job is to take something from up here, like the ethers, the universe, one of your universal crazy ass Pisces ass ideas, and bring it down to earth. So that is probably something new. Doesn't have to be, though. You could be upgrading like a project that you're working on, upgrading your life in some way. Like all those things are acceptable. But again, definitely out with the old, in with the new. And I think that you need to invite more like passion into your life as well. We have like a lot of creative energy. We have the Black Egg card, which we'll talk about in just a second. The Ace of Wands as well. It's almost like it's kind of weird as well that you show up with the Queen of Swords. It's almost like you are being too mental, right? And so there's too much mental energy going on for a Pisces, which is not usually Pisces. Maybe people call you mental, but you are not very mental usually. I think that, in the sense of like an air sign, I do think Pisces is mental in the sense that they live in their own little world. They daydream and things like that. But this is more air sign mental is kind of what I'm getting here. And so I think that there's a need for more creativity or something like that. In the past, you have the Page of Cups, a lot of dreaming. So, really, this could be love, but I really just get dreaming here. Page of Cups is my card of dreaming, and he's looking at that fish, and that fish might not exist. We don't actually know. That fish might be part of his imagination. It might be his pet. It might be something that he's caught, but whatever it is, it's something that he needs to grab onto. I think that you have been in a period where maybe it feels like the universe has taken things away from you. Maybe it feels like the universe has... or maybe it feels like your life is going down in a lot of ways. But, again, I think that the way that I see it for Pisces is like this. Like imagine pre-COVID, right? Before COVID, you're here. It's like during the COVID times, you're up here, and it's like right now you feel like you're going down, which you probably are. Maybe there's a little bit of a dip, but like I feel like you're about to blast off, Pisces. And because I think that you had this little lift in energy, if that makes sense. Probably none of the stuff I says makes sense, but whatever. But again, during that COVID time, there's like a little bit of lift. Things got better, but when things get better, I think we start wanting new things. We start wanting to create new things, or we come up with bigger ideas. So sometimes we have to take a step backwards where it seems like we're going down. This is how I'm seeing things in my head. I'm just telling you how I feel with this card. And so it's almost like things felt like they were being taken away from you, or maybe you feel like this right now, or maybe you feel like it's you're having to work harder to get the things that you want or move towards bigger and better things. But again, I think that what happened is you went up, you saw that there was like a better way of living life, and so you started trying to manifest those things. So whenever that happens, I think sometimes it looks like we're losing things, but really the universe is just bringing us to a place where we can take off, if that makes sense. And that's kind of like the energy I get here. You have the Justice card in the very near future. So I feel like you feel that things are fair, or things are becoming more fair or balanced in the very near future. Not like super amazing energy, but nice and calm and stable energy coming up for you here. So I think things are kind of like averaging out, things are evening out, and you feel like things are kind of improving, and there are improvements coming in for you. And so I feel like this is like literally justice from the universe, or karma, or you're getting positive karma. You even have this I almost just said toxic egg, but this Black Egg card. This Black Egg is about your authentic voice and sharing your authentic voice. And I really, when I put this card down, I was getting, there's no one like you. I'm almost 1,000,000% sure, by the way, Pisces, that I've titled one of your readings in the past, There's No One Like You. And, again, I think that's what you need to realize, though. It's almost like that is a realization you need to have. There are things inside of you that you want to share with the world. Maybe there are things that you want to tell the world. Maybe there are things that you want to do with your life, and it's like, yeah, no one is going to understand that, and but that's good. That is a good thing, because there's no one like you. You, by living your life that way, like doing things that you actually want to do, your authentic voice, that is where the success is going to come from. And we even see over the next few months, you have the Star card, which is amazing. A lot of healing. Not only is it just a good card, but there's a lot of healing with the Star, a lot of success coming in for you. But I also feel like you are feeling a direction. The Star is like having a North Star, having a direction, having something like a big goal, wish, dream that you can work towards. So again, if you've been feeling, I do get this like feeling of aimlessness or whatever the word I'm trying to say here is. So maybe you've been feeling aimless, like there's you're not sure what steps to take, or you're not sure what to do with your life, or you're not sure where to go in your life. And I get this feeling of more clarity, or I get this feeling that you are more understanding like your path, what you're supposed to be doing in your life. I also feel like you're seeing what is possible. I always say that the Star, she's pouring this water onto the land here, and the water pouring onto the land says that she is, that what's possible for one person is possible for everyone. So I feel like you're realizing that something is possible for you, or that you can have something or do something that you want. In the area of your closest relationships, you have the Hangman, which is you, Pisces. So I kind of just feel like you are showing up in a very strong position in regards to your relationships, all relationships. So I don't really know what to say there. You can do whatever you want. I feel like you are, if you want to socialize, you are socializing. If you don't want to socialize, I feel like you are not socializing. So again, I don't really feel much there other than you're just showing up there. In the area of your future feelings, we have the Five of Cups, which is weird. We're going to have to look into this. This would represent regrets or regretting something. But again, I feel like really there is something better coming in for you. If he turns around and is grateful for what he has, he gets this bridge and this castle. So it's like there is clearly a much better opportunity or something coming in for you in your life. And, I feel like it is going to require you to release something, or you already have released something with that Panther card. So I would let go of regrets. In the area of your outcome, you have the Knight of Pentacles. And again, this could be part of the regrets as well. So again, I always tell people you're not watching tarot to be like, oh, there's regrets, you're screwed, there's nothing you can do about it. No, it's like tarot offers advice. And, the advice here is to get moving. I think that there could be regrets if you don't plant seeds. Like, the Knight of Pentacles is your outcome. Not a bad outcome, really, because he does represent progress, but he's the only knight that is not making a move. And he just needs to plant seeds in this field behind him. And if he just gets started, he will get results. So, this is saying to me, like over the next, you have ideas right now. Just start planting those seeds. Just start working on those ideas. They don't have to be perfect, but in a few months, instead of getting nowhere, you'll get somewhere. So just start planting seeds. And again, you have this deer spirit, whatever, right here. And, this is a card of birth, or, birthing something new. So, I feel and what you're birthing is your authentic voice right here. It's like you laid an egg. You're like a deer that has laid an egg, and, now it's time for you to share something to the world, or to, hatch that egg, which is your authentic voice. You could be sharing your voice, or you could be sharing your ideas, all those things, whatever it is that you want to start. And, I think that it's going to lead to a lot of success if you do that. Let's see. With the hair, are you kidding? I say the word success, and you literally have the card of success right here. So, Eight of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, you have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is a card of success. As every single reading, Pisces, I really, really feel that people are going to see you in the future as being one of the signs that really stands out. There's several reasons for this, but again, if you do nothing, nothing is going to happen. So, you have to, there's something here about out with the old, in with the new. You're clearly releasing something. Panther, Ace of Wands, and then the Five of Cups as well here. These three cards would really represent, kind of like letting go of one thing so you can have something better. But, this could be your current job and going and getting another one. Again, I would not just quit right now, and, I would get another job, then quit, of course. It could be you changing your business up in some way, or, it could be doing something that you're afraid to do. I would, that's like another thing. If there's something that you're scared to do, that you can admit that you're afraid of, like maybe you're afraid of public speaking, or maybe you're afraid of writing your book and what people will think about it, or maybe you're afraid of starting your business, or whatever it is. I would kind of push towards those things. The other thing I would do as a Pisces is is there anything where you've tried before, where you get to a certain point and then quit? Those, like, pushing past those moments that is where your true growth is going to come from at this time. With the Strength card, you have the star. Yes, I literally feel you are a star. You have the opportunity to be a star, I'll say. So, I think it is time for you to share things, Pisces. That's what this reading is talking about. And this could be literal, or it could just be you living your life, as I always say. The star you always get. We have Pluto in Aquarius, and it is at 0 degrees. It's going to retrograde back to 29 degrees in this year, and before officially moving into Aquarius. But it's your time to shine, but you have to shine is also part of that. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Devil here. So the Devil is toxic energy, again, releasing things that no longer serve you. And it's like something from the past is toxic in a sense, but again, I think this is something you work on. It doesn't have to be love. Really, this isn't a love reading. There's a little bit of love here, but with that Page of Cups, but really not. So, I don't think this has to be love. I think this could just be something that takes up too much time, or, maybe you're doing something that you don't really want to do. And again, I think when we force ourselves to do things that we don't really want to do, of course, our life is going to suffer. So, I think this is more about releasing things, especially with that Panther. With the Page of Cups, you have the Eight of Swords. Yes, something was keeping you stuck in the past, and now I feel like you have set it free, and now it's like you're much more free with the Eight of Swords showing up in the area of what you're moving past. With the Justice card, you have the Knight of Cups. Could be love. Could be an Aquarius or a Leo, or it could be a person who has Aquarius, Leo, or Capricorn in their chart. Could be Libra as well. You have everything here, so who cares, right? Just find a good person, as I like to say. Don't worry about the sun sign. But definitely could be a Knight in Shining Armor coming in for you if you're looking for that sort of thing. I also feel that the Knight of Cups is a card of your dreams. Normally, he is looking into that cup. He is dreaming of his future life, whatever that means for you, and he knows that he needs to, put work in to manifest his dream life. And that's what I feel like you're doing here, is that you are and here's the other thing as well, is that he's standing in the desert, but there's water flowing in front of him. And if he plants seeds in front of the water, they will grow. So it's like you have these ideas. I think you have big dreams. If you just got started, they would be successful. With the Star, you have the King of Swords here. Again, I do not like the King and Queen of Swords together for love. So for those of you that have gone through a breakup recently or a separation, sorry, I thought I was on this camera here, and something was itching my arm. I'm sure someone's gonna ask. I have a little dot right here, and I don't know, it just started itching. There you go. But right here, with the King of Swords, I feel like some of you have been through, recently, if you have been in a relationship, this could be a no contact type situation. I don't know. It's not even worth mentioning. I think you're just moving forward here, Pisces. With the Hangman, you have the Emperor. Yeah, you taking control. I literally said that you are in control of your social life at this time. So, I think if you want to socialize, socialize. If you don't want to socialize, don't, right? Just that simple. And that's all I really get there. With the Five of Cups, you have the Four of Wands. Freedom is what's coming in for you. By you releasing something that no longer serves you, you are heading towards freedom. Four of Wands, of course, could be marriage, and, that could be true for some of you. The Four of Wands is a card of freedom. It's a card of finishing one thing, it's a card of a finish line. Finishing one thing up so that you can have something else. And this whole entire reading has basically been saying that you're finishing one thing up so you can have something else. Are you kidding? Your last card says the same thing. Seven of Pentacles says, is the juice worth the squeeze? Is what you're doing right now with your life, is it worth it? Or is there a better way to do things? I think that you're going to start getting triggered. Not in a bad way. I mean, in a good way. Maybe maybe you come up with ideas and you see someone else do it. Or maybe you come up with an idea, or maybe you want to do something and you see other people being very successful doing what you want to do, and that could trigger you in some way. I think you need to look at that energetically and say, why am I being triggered? It's probably because you know that you can do it better, but you're not. So it's like I always tell people, it's you can say all day long that you're better than someone else, but if you're not doing it and proving it, then you're not. So it's what I want to say to Pisces is it's probably true that you are the best XYZ, whatever you are trying to be right now. But if you're not doing it, then you're not. So I would get moving here, Pisces. Definitely a good reading. I think that it's there's no one like you. And again, that's what you need to understand as well. It's if you're thinking about doing things and people are telling you, oh, don't do that, it's dangerous, it's risky. It's yeah, for them it is, but it's there's no one like you, Pisces. So you have to live life according to your own rules. Literally the first card, originality, because you are the original. You are the OG here, Pisces. There's no one like you. So, I literally feel if you get started on whatever this thing is, especially if it's a project or whatever, people are going to be how the hell did Pisces do that, right? So definitely time to get started. Let's see. You have the status card. You could be attracting a person with status. We see that here. I mean, Emperor could be attracting an emperor, which could be a person of status. So again, if you're looking for love, definitely could be new love. This is also Jupiter and Taurus. And, we have Jupiter and Taurus, so, this could be the time for you to, where you are gathering, increasing your status or looking for ways to increase your status here. And it's going to come from your authentic truth anyway, at that time. You have this restlessness card. Definitely, I feel restlessness in this energy, in this reading. I feel restless, and I'm a Pisces. Some lady told me to stop saying that I'm a Pisces in my readings and that it really upset her. So I would never want to upset someone. So as a Pisces, since that pissed her off, as a Pisces, I'm going to say it again, as a Pisces, I totally understand, restlessness and feeling restless. But again, I think that you need to channel, the restlessness is you needing to channel the energy into something creative or creating something as a Pisces. You have this intuition card. As a Pisces, you need to trust your intuition here. So I definitely feel we're in an extra intuitive time, and your intuition is trying to guide you. Next, you have this influence card. I would be very careful of influences, especially if you're getting into a new connection. I don't know what's going on this year, but every single person has had something this year, 2023 and this year, about someone getting in between you and another person. So, I would be careful. If a third party comes to you and is like, oh, the person you're dating is a cheater, I would go directly to that person. I would not trust a third party, and vice versa as well. I would be careful. I would be careful of sharing your relationship in the world, because again, maybe your ex comes in and tries to drive a wedge, or a jealous person or something. And again, everybody gets this. So it's some sort of weird collective thing going on. Where exes are triggered, or it might not even be an ex. It could just be a weird person, or, a psycho or something like that. So I don't know. It's come up for everyone. There's a wedge card in this other deck I use, and it comes up for everybody. It's so weird. But I would just, keep, maybe, don't share things, or again, go directly to the source if you hear something. You have this organization card. I think you are getting organized. So I do see a lot of success here, but this looks really good here, Pisces. I like where this is going. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.